Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 best cities to live in Texas. Curious about what living in Texas looks like? Sure, Austin and Houston get a lot of love in Texas, but there's plenty of Lone Star State to go around. And we're happy to give you a closer look at those two popular metros, as well as a handful of other favorite Texas cities to live in. Moving solo or with the kids in tow? No problem, we've got you covered. Want a city where you don't need a car? There are options. Hungry for a superb dining and entertainment scene? We'll cover that, too. Aside from just being cool places to live, we'll also go over a few of the need-to-know basics, like overall city vibe, housing costs and options, things to do, job market, city size, and what it's like to live in each spot, depending on what you're looking for. Let's address the elephant in the room. Texas is huge. If we talked about all the great Texan towns you might enjoy living in, we'd be here for days. So before we go stepping on anyone's toes, know that we recognize there are heaps of great cities and towns in this southern state. We've just narrowed it down to a handful of our favorites, and some of the most popular, to give you a good running start in your search. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 best cities to live in Texas. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 best cities to live in Texas. Number 10. Arlington. Cost of living, $100.8. Average rent, 1 bedroom $1,350. Average home value, $316,300. Great for diversity, families, weather, young professionals. For those of you who can't decide between living in Dallas and living in Fort Worth, Arlington may be the place for you. Located about 24 minutes from downtown Dallas and 20 minutes from downtown Fort Worth, this metroplex staple makes visiting either DFW hub easy peasy. Arlington is an impressive city all on its own, and you definitely don't have to leave the city limits to have a good time. This city of nearly 400,000 is home to the AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, and Six Flags Over Texas, the original Six Flags. With 4,700 acres of parkland, 49 tennis courts, 21 basketball courts, 53 miles of park trails, and more, fans of the outdoors can feel right at home in Arlington. You can hike along the Trinity River and through the woods at River Legacy Park, or play a game of the increasingly popular disc golf at Veterans Park. Arlington covers nearly 99 square miles and is serviced by the Arlington ISD, Independent School District, the 17th most diverse school district in Texas. The city was given an overall A- grade by Niche, with a B for its public schools and an A+ for diversity. Many college-age students are attracted to the city in pursuit of higher education at the University of Texas at Arlington, UTA, a Texas Tier 1 university known for its excellence in academics and research. The average home value in Arlington has been climbing over the last several years, like in most cities. In 2023, it hit $316,300. Still, that's lower than the national average of $339,000. And though most Arlington residents own their homes, about 45% are renters. The average rental is 827 square feet and goes for about $1,350 a month. Number 9. Irving. Cost of living, $102. Average rent, 1 bedroom $1,525. Average home value, $339,200. Great for families, young professionals, diversity, jobs, commute times. Irving is popular among families and young professionals looking for a relaxed and communal suburban feel without sacrificing proximity to big city amenities. Another perk of being just 12 miles northwest of Dallas? Irving has a lot of Dallas commuters, adding diversity to the city's population of more than 250,000. In fact, Niche gives Irving an A+ for diversity. It's also ranked in the top 40 best cities in America to buy a house. Irving also receives good marks for its schools, nightlife, and family friendliness. As far as owning a car is concerned, Irving is only a 20-minute drive to downtown Dallas, or you can take the DART, but you'll still probably need to own a car for day-to-day convenience. According to Zillow, the average home value in Irving is nearly $339,200 as of 2023. Interestingly, while Irving's average home value is on par with national numbers, Rent Cafe lists the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment at $1,525, 29% lower than the national average monthly rent. And although the culture and amenities of Dallas are nearby, life in Irving offers plenty of things to do in its own right. Art is big here, and not just when it comes to the famous Mustang of Las Colinas sculpture that gallops through the fountain in Williams Square. Take in more sculptures over at the 10-acre Irving Arts Center, along with theaters hosting live performances and a handful of galleries, a performance of the Las Colinas Symphony Orchestra, and access to the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir, a Hindu temple that is open to the public. There are also tons of tasty food spots, outdoor activities, and community events. Oh, and it's also just 15 minutes to DFW International Airport. Number 8. Fort Worth. Cost of living, $100.2. Average rent, one bedroom $1,425. Average home value, $310,000. Great for diversity, young adults, nightlife. Looking for a city that can cater to the cowboy and the city person in you? Loop your lasso around Fort Worth. This north-central Texas city is often spoken in the same breath as Dallas, which is just 32 miles to the east, but the truth is that these two spots are worlds apart. Despite being the 13th largest city in the U.S., Fort Worth maintains a smaller town vibe, affordable cost of living, and a seamless stitching of cowboy charm and urban sophistication. We love that this is a place where one can soak in culture at top-notch museums, sip craft cocktails, or nosh upscale eats and kick up some dirt at the historic Fort Worth stockyards, catch a legit rodeo or Wild West show, and go to a honky-tonk at Billy Bob's, Texas. It's clear why this is considered one of the best places to live in Texas for young adults. And as you wander around town, know that Austin ain't the only place where Texas gets weird. Fort Worth's quirky residents, healthy job market, and cowboy meets cultured vibe attract young professionals, singles, and families alike. Fort Worth also has a wide variety of housing options, from bungalows and ranch-style, single-family homes to condos, high-rise apartments, and townhomes in various styles. According to Zillow, the average home value in Fort Worth, as of 2023, clocked in at just under $310,000, roughly 9% below the national average. Average rent in Fort Worth comes in well below the national average at $1,425 per month for a one-bedroom apartment, according to Rent Cafe as of 2023. And schools? According to Niche, the public schools here are only slightly above average, coming in with an overall C+. Number 7. San Antonio. Cost of living, $89.8. Average rent, one bedroom $1,300. Average home value, $263,200. Great for young professionals, retirees, nightlife, diversity, weather, schools. River walks are found across the United States, but perhaps none of them are more iconic than San Antonio's. The 15-mile-long stretch of street along the San Antonio River attracts both locals and tourists to the tune of millions per year, and if you've had the pleasure to visit, that's no surprise. The River Walk is simply breathtaking. Beyond a picturesque place to spend your evenings, San Antonio has tons to offer its residents. For the working crowd, the city is a scientist's dream, as major industries include healthcare and bioscience, aerospace, IT and cybersecurity, and the new energy economy. Additionally, as is the case in any city worth its salt, there's a thriving retail, professional services, and leisure and hospitality industry. The cost of living in San Antonio is slightly lower than the average cost of living in Texas, and significantly lower than the national average. And according to Zillow as of 2023, the average San Antonio home value is about $263,300, roughly $35,000 less than the state average. One-bedroom rentals here go for about $1,300 a month, on average, according to 2023 data from Rent Cafe. Perfect for those looking to live a Texas-sized city life without paying the premiums in Dallas, Austin, and Houston. And speaking of other major Texas cities, San Antonio is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Austin, and a leap away from Houston. Dallas is a bit further, but doable in a day if you start early. So if you're in the mood to catch a Cowboys or Texans game, it's accessible to you. If fall Saturdays are more your speed, both UT and A&M are about an hour and a half away. Of course, you can always stay local for the Spurs, if basketball's your game. The city's proximity to the coast has also made it one of the best places to live in Texas for young adults who are on a budget, as well as a top place for retirees. SA has plenty of fun, too. Aside from the River Walk, which is to die for, major attractions include Six Flags, Fiesta Texas, SeaWorld, the San Antonio Zoo, and who could forget the Alamo? Number 6. Corpus Christi. Cost of living, $83.7. Average rent, one bedroom $1,150. Average home value, $212,300. Grade 4, commute times, retirees, weather, diversity, young professionals. Anyone looking for a hint of island life should put Corpus Christi on their list. Nestled in southeastern Texas along the Gulf of Mexico, this coastal city has been a longtime favorite for spring breakers, but there's so much more to offer in the state's 8th largest city. Weather here is sunny and humid, though the breeze off the water does help to keep temps a bit cooler than you'll find inland. Summer highs can boil at more than 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but the flip side has winter temps around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Vibes here are chill and relaxed, and there's never a lack of things to do. In fact, Niche rates Corpus Christi as an overall B+, giving it above-average grades for its schools, nightlife, diversity, and as a place for families. It's also one of the best places in Texas for retirees, as roughly 1 in 5 residents are above 60 years old. Top Corpus Christi industries include petrochemical, military, and tourism, and who doesn't want to live where other people vacation? Luckily, it's pretty affordable, too. As of 2023, the average home value is about $212,300, according to Zillow, and the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,150 per month, according to 2023 Rent Cafe numbers, both lower than the national average for housing costs. It's a great spot for anyone looking for waterfront living without the usual huge hike in housing prices. Why do we especially love Corpus Christi? Because you can really get the most of the outdoors here, thanks to Gulf and Bay access, the South Texas Botanical Gardens and Nature Center, the Padre Island National Seashore, home to endangered sea turtles, and a plentiful number of parks. 75% of residents here live within a 10-minute walk to a park. If you move here, you'll want to make sure to have a car, though, since the city isn't quite set up for a car-free life. Number 5. El Paso. Cost of living, $82. Average rent, one bedroom $1,025. Average home value, $207,500. Grade 4, affordability, retirees, families, weather. Straddling the borders of Texas, New Mexico, and Mexico, El Paso is a destination for delicious Mexican food and rich Hispanic culture. It's also one of the most affordable cities on our list. According to Zillow, the average home value as of 2023 is just about $207,500, about 44% lower than the national average home value. Renters also benefit from similar savings on average rent prices. According to Rent Cafe, as of 2023, the average El Paso rent for a one-bedroom apartment comes in at $1,025 per month, or approximately $950 less than the national average. It's worth noting, however, that the city's good affordability can be offset by its lower earning potential. According to the most recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau, the median household income in El Paso is only $51,325, compared to the national median of $69,021. The top industries center around food, government, trade, and transportation. And while young professionals may consider looking elsewhere, the lower cost of living makes it one of the best places to live in Texas for retirees and families. And speaking of transportation, here's something to consider, a pro for some and a con for others. This westernmost Texan town is far, and we mean far, from many other cities. San Antonio, the closest big city, is an 8-hour drive away. Still, the city's above-average schools, good nightlife, sense of community, and diversity are big draws for everyone from families to professionals. Make no mistake, El Paso locals make the most of their city, hitting up the downtown area and popping through the different districts, visiting the city's many cultural spots, like the El Paso Museum of Art, Plaza Theater, and the 19th-century Adobe-style McGoffin Home State Historic Site. The outdoorsmen and the foodies in El Paso have plenty to do as well, from hiking or rock climbing in nearby parks to getting their fill of the city's famous Mexican food, along with other international tastes like Greek at Zeno's or Spanish tapas at Tabla. Number 4. Plano. Cost of living, $109.1. Average rent, 1 bedroom $1,800. Average home value, $503,300. Grade 4, families, young professionals, schools, job market, diversity. Plano is a well-manicured suburb in the Dallas metro area, located 20 miles north of the city. It has a dense suburban vibe and population close to 290,000, based on U.S. Census Bureau estimates. And according to Niche, Plano is one of the top 10 cities to buy a house in the country. Unsurprising once you learn this suburb scores big on everything from schools and family friendliness to nightlife and diversity. Plus, in Plano, you're close to all the big city amenities in nearby Dallas. However, expect to pay more than what you'll find in Dallas. According to Zillow, the average home value in this popular suburb as of 2023 is a little over $503,300, about 48% higher than the average national home value, and about 69% higher than average home values in Texas. Rent, however, is a little less expensive, about $175 less than the national average, according to Rent Cafe as of 2023. And as for getting around? You'll definitely need a car in this suburban spot. In fact, folks commuting into downtown Dallas can expect a 30-minute drive at the very least, traffic notwithstanding. Life in Plano may be quiet, but it's certainly not boring. Locals pass the time hiking on the many nearby trails, shopping in antique shops, visiting museums, and eating their way through the town's tasty restaurants. Bonus? It's also less than 30 minutes from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Number 3. Houston. Cost of living, $95.5. Average rent, 1 bedroom $1,325. Average home value, $262,300. Grade 4, families, young professionals, space fans, diversity. If you take I-45 south from Dallas and drive, you'll find yourself in lovely Houston. This culture-rich metropolis is the 4th largest city in the U.S., and with all that it offers its residents, we're not surprised. World-class dining, pro sports teams, rave-worthy Texas barbecue, and enough entertainment options to make your head spin. If you decide to call Houston home, nobody would blame you. The city is also full of perks for residents 65 plus, thanks to myriad volunteer programs, medical centers, and senior discounts. No wonder it's considered one of the best places to live for retirees. Housing costs in Space City are generally decent, with the average home value sitting below the national average at $262,300 as of 2023. According to Rent Cafe, the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Houston was about $1,325 in 2023, not bad. Of course, there are pricey parts of town where you'll see that average rent increase by more than $800 a month. While housing costs in Houston are lower than in Texas overall, the cost of living in this southern city is a little higher, especially when it comes to groceries and transportation. Overall, Houston offers a big bang for your buck, so if you can take the heat and humidity and traffic, this Texan city may be just the ticket. Number 2. Dallas. Cost of living, $101. Average rent, 1 bedroom $1,575. Average home value, $309,900. Grade 4, young professionals, families, students, diversity, nightlife. As the 9th largest city in the country, Dallas makes good on the Texan promise of going big. This metropolis offers a little bit of everything, making it a perfect pick for folks who love to sample the buffet of life. With nearly 40 colleges and universities and public schools with an overall B grade from Niche, Dallas couldn't hide its studious side if it tried. And as such, the city is one of the best places to live in Texas for families and college students. In addition to education, top industries in town include business and financial services, health services, and information technologies, so you have plenty of options when it comes to employment. And as expected, a city as diverse as Dallas serves up a heaping variety of housing options. There is something for everyone here, from from historic homes to high-rise apartments, and they are all fairly affordable. According to Zillow, as of 2023, the average home value in Dallas is just shy of $310,000, around $29,000 less than the national average home value. Average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in 2023 was $1,575, according to Rent Cafe, though the average rent in certain Dallas neighborhoods is closer to $3,100. The city's decent public transit system can get you around in a pinch, but it's still best, and most convenient, to have a car. Plus, it'll make it easier and quicker to get around to sample everything the city has to offer, from live shows at the AT&T Performing Arts Center or a Dallas Cowboys game to grabbing top Mexican cuisine at Meso Maya Comida Corpus and family outings to the Dallas Zoo. Number 1. Austin. Cost of living, $129.4. Average rent, one bedroom $1,800. Average home value, $566,900. Great for young adults, families, schools, nightlife, culture, diversity. Austin is an amazing city to live in if what it offers is what you're looking for. From all four seasons, excellent public transportation, great schools, and a strong job market, to a thriving live music scene, incredible restaurants, and gorgeous green spaces, Austin really is the good kind of weird. People here are young, social, and hip, and there are a lot of them, which means crowds and traffic, perhaps one of the few downsides to living in Austin. Still, it's one of the best places to live in Texas for young adults and families. Being such a popular place to live has also made Austin an expensive place to live. Austin's cost of living is about 35% higher than the rest of Texas overall, and 29% higher than the national average. The main reason for this is housing, which is 89% more expensive compared to the national average. The average home value in Austin is $566,900 as of 2023, and the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment across the city is $1,800 as of 2023. However, average rent in downtown Austin jumps to nearly $3,200 a month. So, which is your favorite cities among the top 10 best cities to live in Texas? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite places among the top 10 best cities to live in Texas in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.